hello. Welcome to NFT Malam. It is number 20. My name is Kafi D'Ambrosi. I'm your host, and next to me is my co host,
Uncle Bim Bim,
Uncle
back
Bim
again.
Bim.
How are you,
Welcome.
Coffee?
I am fantastic, and I'm so happy to have you here with us today. Upcoming, we have NFT creator and architect Yasser Mixmaya. But first, I wanted to say hello to you. I want to thank you for coming on last week and sharing
My
your
pleasure.
project, the Bim Bim.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Mm-hmm.
exciting. And also, I want to take a moment to thank our founders. I've been forgetting. I don't want to forget. We are so excited to be in this 20th week of
Wow.
NFT Malam. So I want to thank our founders, BK Han of Metaverse Generation.
So, Dad.
Yes, Sean McCulley of Gaijin Izikaya. And Mike Chua of Fanfare Global. Thank you to our founders. We appreciate you so much for being our founders and starting this amazing space for us to present NFTs, creators, and makers in the Web3 arena. And so, without further ado, we're going to bring up Yasser Mixmaya. Welcome,
Yo.
Yasser.
Hello,
Hey,
Kafi.
yes,
Hello,
here.
Hello,
Bim.
welcome. We're
Welcome,
so
Mike.
happy to have you. We wanted just to welcome you on face to face before we brought ourselves down and gave you the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to thank BK and Sean and the whole team for this opportunity. This is my second time on NFT Malam. Hello, everyone. I'm Yasser Maxmaya. In real life, I'm an architect, and in the NFT world, I create project Kalimat. I use a font that is brought together by fusing cuneiform, the oldest writings from the Sumerians, with the Arabic calligraphy, and with bringing these letters together, the words can come up, can emerge, and when words come together, they open up endless possibilities for creating paragraphs and transferring meaning. So through that, I started making Kalimat one by one, different collections, different platforms. I've been trying to explore the space and see. The first time I heard about NFTs was in April 2021. And I wanted to learn as much as I wanted to start, but it was it was for me a very conscious decision that first I want to learn the fundamentals of this world and then understand what is happening and then go into it. Of course, by learning by doing, but also by researching on a constant basis. And I'm doing that because I saw a chance in what's happening in the space right now. Whenever I go to spaces, it's just like this one English dominated, and there's a language barrier, there's a language gap between different people and different languages in the world, and with that we see that the English is dominating. So for monolinguistic people, it is hard to enter or to at least see this world because it's inaccessible to them. So what I'm trying to do is to be in the space, to learn about it, and to create this project as a case study on how the NFT world works, because it's changing every couple of weeks, and we have new rules, we have new tools that makes the ones that just came out 2 months ago really obsolete. And with this rhythm of development, I'm trying to take this knowledge and translate it into Arabic, and working with that on opening the Web3 space into the Arabic speaking community. And it's going on good because, on the one side, the Arabic speaking community or people have already developed this ability to take foreign words, that especially the technological words, like Google, like it is used now as a verb in Arabic, for example. There should be some balance between taking every single word into the language and putting it as it is, or working out a way that we can use the existing language or come up with words in the same language to correspond to these new words, new technological words. And it's happening. I'm working with an initiative called Taksir, and Taksir means deconstruction. They want to enable, or the mission is to enable Web3 in the Arabic-speaking world. And it's a collective. There is a lot of people working there, a team of 5 to 6 people. One is responsible for the media, one is responsible for research, and there's the administration, and I'm doing also a part that is representing the group outside of the Arabic world, and also also researching for different topics that we are writing about in Arabic to facilitate what's happening in the space. And this information I'm gathering on a daily basis, new tips, new tricks from the world, and how it works, and how should especially artists go into the world, into this world, and to make the best out of it. So I'm researching how to build your career as an artist, starting by dedicating time for learning and getting to know the right communities, for example, and how to build relationships with the community, how to be active in the community, in which way, and especially in Twitter, for example, how can we be making the best steps for showcasing our works as artists, and where to put that, and not to slide into the Twitter algorithms and those bots and all these useless, let's say, places where one can only waste the tweets, as an example. I'm also researching on case studies, on generative art, on iterative art, what is happening in the world in terms of how do we connect always the NFTs to the real world. And with that I want to start the presentation that I prepared. Welcome to Project Kalimat. Kalimat is Arabic for words, as I said, and this is the logo. I talked a little bit about my journey, but I want to go through it a little bit in detail. I talked about the value of community. That's going to come also a little bit more, because at the end, without people in the Web3 world, there's no value that can be transferred. And at the last, I'm going to tell you what's happening in Project Kalimat and where is it going from here. So let's start. In the beginning, as I said, it was in April 2021, I met a group called the Dream Conduit, and it's a carbon neutral DAO dedicated to onboard new artists, where the cryptocurrency is not accessible. And with them, I've been from the beginning, learning about the blockchain and having sessions with them on Clubhouse, on Discord, on Twitter recently, with something called the Collector's Corner, where we evaluate new projects and look at what criteria should I be counting when I look at an NFT project. And shortly after April, I met the NFT 99 exhibition. I met BK. I met a lot of people from the group. I met Vessi. And I participated in the NFT 99 exhibition. It was a great opportunity to see, for the first time for me, it was to see how diverse and how international the NFT community is, whereas you don't see that in other communities. So I would go to the next slide, please, Kafi. And yeah, in real life, there was a group called, or is a group still called NFT Club Berlin. They started in real life meetings, and it was so the next stage for me was to meet people in real life. And I remember it is the founder of the project, Meta Walls. Meta Walls dedicates the NFTs that they do to street artists from Berlin, and they convert their works to NFTs with the concept of co-owning NFTs. So you can combine or fractionize the NFT into different sections, and you can combine many with each other to own a whole street artwork from a Berlin artist, which had been successful. Now they're building under the hood, like the structure of the company, and how will that be translated from NFT only into real world utility. So that was just the example on how this connection was created. It was the first time where I see people behind the avatars, and not only on a computer screen. And then I started thinking that there is something missing in the space, at least from my perspective, and it is the Arabic language. There is too few Arabic-speaking active people in the NFT space. It has been built. There are a lot of people trying to activate this, and I've been building these connections. I've been trying to build bridges between the different regions that in the Arabic world and the diaspora that is now living in Europe. We have a great community of migrants, of newcomers in Berlin, in Paris, in Spain, in different cities, Barcelona and Madrid. And they have incredible artistic talent that is, how to say, still missing in the space. Or I would love to see these those artworks and those energies coming into the space and activating it in a way that they build a space for themselves that is kind of also a mission to have a safe space where we can learn from each other, where we can collaborate with each other, and take the benefit of what Web3 has to offer. You can see a couple of samples of my work in the Kalimat project. These were one of the first NFTs that I've done, and they are 2D single words each image. I would like to go to the next slide. And through these years, I've never been into so many exhibitions and events and meetings before I met the NFT world. And I participated in the Superstar Awards 2022 in the beginning of the year and got the Best Cultural Representation Award. I did some POAPs for NFT Club Berlin that was distributed on the people that were participating in the in real life event. 2 times participation in the NFT Art and Music exhibition 99. And I was also the first artist to create certificates for the Dream Conduit that you can see up in the left corner. Those certificates are given to people who participate in the classes or in the meetings of the Dream Conduit, and they're given on the base of how long you go to the clubhouse room. And with that, you can earn further benefits by becoming a dreamer, and then you're going to get curation, narrative, and sovereignty conduits who would give you one-on-one support to see where you are standing in the NFT world and where do you want to go, and which is like the best way possible with incredible knowledge and incredible dedication to that. So those are the highlights, I would say, from my journey. Would go to the next slide. And these are like the vision and the value I wanted to talk. I guess I said enough about it in the beginning. It is important for me to repeat it that this connection that is being created between Arabic speaking communities and art scene in Berlin, in the Arabic speaking countries, and in the whole world, I find it myself exciting, and I want to be there, to be in that circle that where the NFT art is happening, and I want to facilitate that. That's why I'm creating an exhibition in January for artists who never have been in touch with any crypto related device or extension or article so far. So we started talking about the fundamentals of this world. We started making MetaMask wallets together and going through the career building step by step with, you know, with knowledge that is being activated and updated on a daily basis. And through this exhibition, there will be some movement in the in real life world. We're gonna post pictures, videos, and interviews from the exhibition. It's gonna be 10 days, and then I'm going to provide the first utility that I can promise from the project Kalimat, and that is through collecting different NFTs, and I call that strategic collecting because I make sure that I collect a lot of NFTs, but certain number of NFTs is dedicated to utility. And this time I participated in the mint of Nabu faces from the Nabu line community, and I got spaces, let's say slots, in an in real life exhibition that is happening in Paris. And they announced it not long ago. So the first utility is going to be that a collection or some artists from the in real life exhibition in Berlin are going to be exhibited as well in Paris. And this connection is made through the community building that has been happening over the 1.5 years, the past 1.5 years. So yeah, these are the steps that I'm doing now. On the next slide, I have some. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the history of Project Kalimat. Yes, please, the next slide. So Kalimat is Arabic for words. It comes from the cuneiform. I brought some samples of the writing, how it is. You have one symbol and you can put it in different arrangements to create more complex symbols that come together to create words. And I'm fascinated with this concept. I like to make it like, I love to build the building blocks of something and see it coming together and allowing things to emerge, allowing infinite things to emerge. So I made, let's say, a historical connection between what was happening there and what's happening in our day, and it is the blockchain itself. At that time, they used the cuneiform to write their financial deeds, something like a ledger, where they write who paid whom what, and there is over 150,000 of these mud plates that are distributed in the museums of the world, mostly in British museums, and they show that they were used as economical ledgers, registers to debt and to the whole economy. But one day, a group of monks in the temple decided to use this technology in an artistic way. They used the art of literature and wrote the Epic of Gilgamesh. It was the first time, let's say, when we move cryptocurrency from its feelless nature being numbers and ledger and the blockchain explorer into putting a JPEG on it or putting a piece of music or a video on it and call it an NFT. and this for me is the history repeating itself in a different way. And I want to be, let's say, in this new age technology that is coming and that is changing our lives. I wanna know. I wanna be on every single step how this technology is changing our life. So, the next slide, please. These are samples of what is happening. The first one is Deir ez-Zor, a city in Syria that I love and I have roots in. And it has been massively destroyed by the war and still is. So I want to make an appel. I want to shout out to the people of the world that we need to take care of Deir ez-Zor and save it. The second image is called Shams, and it is one of the first NFTs that I've created, and it's one of the first that were sold, and it was collected by Vessi, and she was my first collector in this collection, and with that it opened a new door. There's also a moment in the career of an NFT artist where your sales go from zero into something, and it keeps growing from there. The third image is a poster that was made by Oasis X, and Oasis X is an NFT platform opening in MENA region, Middle East and North Africa, supporting the artists in the region. And I have launched my second collection with them. I'm going to tell you about it in a few. The last image is a collaboration with an artist in the space. We decided to make, this is my first collab that I'm doing on chain. I've done other collabs that are still in work, but we didn't come to the point where we put them on the blockchain. And this one is called Be Free. I got this sketch from a dear friend called Riyadh. And I had to interpret it in my way. So I added my kalimat into the background and chose 2 words to be highlighted in red and to be speaking through the character and saying, be free. And I guess it's also a message to all the people who enter this world, because from time to time we need to make a check on our freedom, how free I am in this. Because if there's no freedom, then we're actually doing something, let's say, not completely right, because for me, working is not something that should be, put upon us, but it should be something that is coming from the heart. Even usual jobs, but we don't do that in the world. I mean, I hope that everyone works in the job that they dream about and that they love. And with that, I'm trying always to put this concept in the NFT world, because I'm not going to make any compromises on it. To the next slide, please. These are samples from my new collection that I've launched on Oasis X exactly 3 weeks ago. And it is a collection of 49 NFTs that have different depictions of 4 different words. And I wanted to choose 3 serious words and 1, let's say, private, let's say, funny, let's say, playful word. So I chose identity as a beginning. And with that, I want to emphasize how important it is for artists, for everyone in Web3 to build their identity, be it visual, be it like in presence, and be it also with what we write and publish on Twitter. The second one is love, because I believe that life in general without love is not possible. And the third one is a name dear to my heart, that is Fairuz. And Fairuz is the turquoise stone in Arabic and Farsi languages. And I love the stone, I love the color, and I love the other use, that is Fairuz is a very famous Arabic singer from Lebanon that has, or who has shaped the music, the Arabic music since the 40s until today. Kind of. So I make this tribute to her, And the fourth word is the first one you see here, the complete picture, that is called Zatin, and it is a nickname that my parents came up with for a pet for a pet cat that they had, and yeah, they died, and I wanted to put also a remembrance piece for them in the on the blockchain. That's why this is one of the rarest elements in the collection, and the collection is made to be affordable to almost everyone in the space. I chose a price that is relatively low, 0.015 Ethereum, because I wanted to see how the community would react to that. So with FTX happening, with everything that happened in the past 3 weeks, we managed to mint 24 pieces out of 49. So we're 26 to go. With what was happening, I guess it's a good result. I'm very happy with it. I'm dreaming, of course, of the day where it mints out and I would reveal the art, because these are sneak peeks that you are seeing here. So nobody knows which piece they will get, and they are all carefully selected one of ones. Even if that's versions of different words, because there's the coloring, because there's the properties, the traits that they come together, and this will afterwards affect the rarities to to differentiate between the NFTs. So this is what's happening with me in the NFT space. I'm so happy with this journey, and I hope that I didn't take a long time. I hope I'm still in time, and I want to thank you for your patience and for your attention. And back to you, Kathy.
We are having a problem.
Yes, your smile is amazing.
Okay. Are we
We're back.
live? Are we
We are
back?
live.
We're back. Welcome back.
Yes, Sarah, your presentation was amazing. Bim Bim, your thoughts?
It was absolutely wonderful, mate. And I just love the connection to your history, to heritage, and the deep meaning that's behind it. And it was beautiful. I was looking at what you were sharing. I've never heard of that before, and it was wonderful. It was absolutely beautiful, and to see how you're telling your personal story through these pieces was very inspiring, mate. So great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. And I love your thoughts on identity,
Mm.
freedom, and love, which are so key. And so, not too short and not too long. I feel like this Malam has been just right. And we're going to take you out with, I believe the song is Let Me Load This by Vessi Mink and DJ Z. Because why? It has your name in it, yes, sir. It has your name in it. And so we want to thank everyone for tuning in to Malam number 20. Stay tuned for next week. We have Tegu Osternick presenting an amazing retrospective of his work over the past 40 years. Next week, we have another surprise guest from the West Coast, and we have more. So, this is Let Me Lolis. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is NFT Malam brought to you by BK Han of Metaverse Generation, Sean McCulley of Gaijin Izikaya, and Mike Chua of Fanfare Global. I'm your host, Kafi D'Ambrosi. My co-host is Uncle Bim Bim, and our featured speaker today has been Yasser Mixmeyer of Kalimat NFT. Thank you, everyone,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
and let's play that music. Let's go. All right, what? Let's go. You did it. Thank you, Malam. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Malam.
Singapore.
Thank you, BK.
Thank you, BK. Thank you, Sean McCulley. Thank you,
Thank
Mike
you. Thank you.
Chua.